ये आपको लखनऊ में देखने को मिलेगी, लेकिन मैदान पे और क्वालिफिकेशन की रेस में नहीं। अपने पहले ही सीजन में प्लेऑफ्स में क्वालिफाई किया और अब तो लखनऊ वापस जा रहा है कारवां, तो हम मियां भौकाल मचेगा। हेलो टू गौतम गंभीर, स्माइलिंग फेस। इशारा कर दिया मेंटोर साहब ने कि पावर प्ले की बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट डिलीवरीज है, टाइम मत वेस्ट कर, set the ball rolling. So without wasting any further time, I'd request all of you to join me with a nice, warm, resounding applause as I invite on stage the man who's one of the most fundamental forces, the driving forces behind the Lucknow Super Giants. He's put together this team, he's got his vision. We know he's an industry tycoon, but we also know his heart remains with cricket. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dr. Sanjeev Goenka, the proud owner of the Lucknow Super Giants.
Thank you. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to all of you. It's a special day, very special. Made so by the presence of a very, very special individual, Mr. Jai Shah. If I may share, he's one person for whom with each interaction, my respect for him goes up and up and up. He's revolutionized BCCI by thought and by action. The first time they broke the broadcast into actual and digital, and it went for a staggering amount. Introduction of 2 new franchises. Introduction of the Women's Premier League. I'm told the minutest detail. For example, engaging the Dabbawalas to promote the Women's Premier League in Bombay was his idea. I thought it was some marketing guru who had done this. Then I was told it is him. He's an example. He's an example of what one can do to an institution with application of mind, thought, and passion. Thank you, Jai Bhai, for being here. It's a great, great, great honor. Ladies and gentlemen, each one of you, thank you for being here. It's a special moment for us. It's an emotional moment for us. Wish us well. All the Indian players of our team are here. Please support them and support us when we go out to play. Ab apni bari hai. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Goenka. We'll be seeing you back on stage for the main course very soon, but we have to begin with the appetizer. You know, we talk about unparalleled quality of cricket come the IPL, but it also comes along with entertainment, and we thought, why not just kickstart, get some energy into the room, maybe impress a few scouts with the footwork that you may see on the stage. But no, there are no nets, there are no season balls, no one will get hurt because this is entertainment, not cricketing parlance-wise. Get ready to witness a performance by one of the most talented dance crews that are going around not just in the country but in the world. They've literally taken the world by storm with their pulsating moves, their choreography, their commitment and their chemistry. So let's just set the ball rolling, some entertainment going, थोड़ा माहौल बनाते हैं जैसे हिंदी में कहा जाता है. So please put your hands together and get ready for an incredible act that will be put forward on the stage. A big round of applause for Kings United as they come onto the stage and inspire us all to begin this afternoon.
Lucknow Super Giants. तुमने जो करना था कर लिया, हमने जम्मा अब ये अपने सर लिया। कहती सुनो क्या ये बीट है, जज्बा अब जीत का सीने में अपने अब भर लिया। ऐसी गेम खिलाएंगे मियाँ देखोगे तुम, हम छक्के लगाएंगे बॉल फेंकोगे तुम। नाम हमारा चढ़ेगा थोड़ा पारा चढ़ेगा, जो हम आग लगाएंगे उसे सेकोगे तुम। हाँ जी करते हैं पेश होने वाला कलेश, बटा पूरी तैयारी है, अब अपनी बारी है। Lucknow Super Giants, अब अपनी बारी है। Lucknow Super Giants, check this out. Got my feet on the ground. Sassa करे शोर बेरे, we don't make no sound. पहले आते नहीं पहले हम फूटने वाला है। Change हुआ scene, it's a new Lucknow. पर ये face पे हल्की सी smile है। कम ज़्यादा बातें कम, ये अपना style है। ये अपना style है। ये अपना style है, style है। कुछ बहुत ही जरूरत है जीत की, अपना ही नंबर करता वो डायल है। लगेगा जो छक्का तो कटेंगी गिट्टियां, लगेगा जो छक्का तो बजेंगी सीटियां। शोर होगा कान में, हम इतना जान में, आएंगे मैदान में तो बदलेंगी नीतियां। Party, Lucknow Super Giants. Party, Lucknow Super Giants. Party, Lucknow Super Giants. आजा हम पिच पे खड़े, हाँ जीतेंगे हम बस एक जिद पे अड़े। बेटे आके तू देख, आजमा के तू देख, टीम ऐसी उतारी है। Oh my goodness! अब अपनी बारी है। Lucknow Super Giants, अब अपनी बारी है। Lucknow Super Giants.
थैंक यू यार डीजे भाई साहब, बड़े सही टाइम पे आपने गाना बंद कर दिया। कि अगर मैं आता और अब अपनी बारी होता और कोई ये उम्मीद करता कि ये रिपीट हो सकता है, अपनी बारी नहीं, ये अपन नहीं कर सकते। Kings United, well done, big round of applause for Kings United. Some of us may have enjoyed this performance more than the United performance put forward a couple of days back. Gautam is nodding, I'm not going to refer to this anymore. But, you know, कहते हैं कि dance like nobody is watching. And वैसे किया उन्होंने dance, but when you're playing cricket, everybody is watching. जो खेल रहे हैं, जो देख रहे हैं, जो सब इन्वॉल्व हैं, वो सब अलग हो सकते हैं। कहाँ से आ रहे हैं, उनकी सोच क्या है, उनके खेलने का तरीका, उनके सोचने का नजरिया, उनकी वेशभूषा, उनका रहन सहन, सब कुछ अलग हो सकता है। लेकिन यही तो खास बात है, यूनिटी इन डाइवर्सिटी, एंड यही एक टीम की स्ट्रेंथ बन जाती है। और लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स इसका सम्मान करती है और इसी को अपना स्वाभिमान बनाना चाहती है, एक नए रंग और रूप के साथ, और उसको एक नई पहचान दी है one of our most famous designers of this current era, Kunal Rawal. You know, someone who's made a name for himself in the fashion industry, redefined the way that men dress. There are some bold statements, there is an amalgamation of personalities, of colors. So before we get to the main jersey launch event, it's only fair that we see a little example of all of this that I encapsulated और इसमें शायद आपको ऐसे जाने पहचाने चेहरे मिलेंगे जिनको देख के थोड़ा शोर मचाना तो बनता ही है. So please sit back, relax as we continue our build up. It's over to the magic of Kunal Rawal.
मेहरबान, कदरदान और साहिबान, आप सबका दिल से स्वागत है. क्या है ना कि लखनऊ सिर्फ एक शहर या जगह का नाम नहीं है. लखनऊ एक जायका है, एक जज्बा है, ठीक क्रिकेट की तरह. पहले तो ये जो कलर है ना, ब्लू, ये हमें आसमानी हौसले देता है और पानी की तरह बहने की हिदायत भी देता है. आपको पता है, हमें तो सिर्फ LSG ही दिखाई देता है. जिधर भी देखें LSG ही दिखाई देता है. किसी भी एंगल से देखोगे आपको सिर्फ LSG ही दिखाई देता है. हमारे इरादे और हमारे हौसले दोनों दुरुस्त हैं. हमें बस एक चीज समझ आती है कि हमें IPL की चैंपियंस बनना है. और इस नई जर्सी के साथ हम इस ही बात का ऐलान करना चाहते हैं. बच के रहना हमसे. हम हैं लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स और कर ली हमने तैयारी है, क्योंकि
अब अपनी बारी है, 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 अब अपनी बारी है.
सांसों में जोश है, दुश्मन बेहोश है, हम जैसे चैंपियंस आते ना रोज हैं. सांसों में जोश है, दुश्मन बेहोश है, हम जैसे चैंपियंस आते ना रोज हैं. लड़ने की आस है, मंजिल भी पास है. लड़ने की आस है, मंजिल भी पास है. बढ़ जाना हमको तो अब सब पे भारी है.
अब अपनी बारी है,
अब अपनी बारी है, अब अपनी बारी है, अब अपनी बारी है, अब अपनी बारी है, अब अपनी बारी है, अब अपनी बारी है, अब अपनी बारी है। बच के रहना हमसे। हम हैं लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स, क्योंकि अब अपनी बारी है, 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 अब अपनी बारी है।
Gentlemen, put your hands together for Kunal Rawal for Lucknow Super Giants.
अब अपनी बारी है, 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 अब अपनी बारी है।
Was it just me, or did you actually spot someone who looked like KL Rahul, Avesh, Bishnoi, gum chewing swag? Man, big round of applause for the boys, yeah? Look good, look good. I can tell you, I mean, yeah, young kids, they love their fashion, but now we've come to that point where we're going to unveil something which they love more than anything else. What we've all gathered here for. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the ultimate main course. We're all set to launch the brand new jersey of the Lucknow Super Giants. So can we have some music? And I'd request all our special guests to join me here on the stage, starting with Honorary Secretary of the BCCI, Mr. Jay Shah, Dr. Sanjeev Goenka, owner of the Lucknow Super Giants. Jay Shah, you're there. And then, with a big broad smile, as he's promised me, Gautam Gambhir, mentor and captain of the Lucknow Super Giants, KL Rahul. Rahul, where are you? There he is. Another cameras are out, but I'm hoping that you still have a lot of flashlight roll and battery remaining, because very soon the jersey is going to be here. जब हम jersey की बात करते हैं, टीम की पहचान बनेगी, प्लेयर्स जो उतरेंगे उनकी पहचान बनेगी, लेकिन जितने हजारों लाखों फैंस हैं, ना जाने कितने नन्हे फैंस जो जर्सी देख के बोलेंगे एक दिन मुझे भी डालनी है, किसी भी टीम की हो लखनऊ में बोलेंगे मुझे भी लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स की जर्सी डालनी है. So why waste any more time? Can we head towards that moment that all of us have been waiting for, making its way onto the stage? The moment that Lucknow Super Giants, I'm pretty sure, will be very, very excited. We've seen them in their clothes so far. They look very, very fashionable, but it will come down to the jersey.
Lucknow Super Giants.
With a bit of drum roll, some build-up. What's the new look going to be?
जो करना था कर लिया हमने
Right, here we go. Dr. Goenka, Mr. Jay Shah. Here it is! The Lucknow Super Giants will be donning this spiffy-looking blue jersey on the field and hoping to finish the season with a big smile on their face. And hoping for a trophy too. Can we all get together now? This is the photo op that you've been waiting for with the jersey. The Lucknow Super Giants ready to rock and roll.
ना है आजा हम पिच पे खड़े हाँ जीतेंगे हम बस एक जिद पे अड़े बेटे आके तू देख आजमा के तू देख टीम ऐसी उतारी है
Mr. Jay Shah, thank you so much, sir. Please take your seat. I'm going to try and have a little conversation with them. I hope I'm going to get your reactions. Might just quiz you a little more, KL. Just have a closer look at that. We'll just get you here. We'll just make things a little more comfortable. I will need some time for this. And all our friends from the media, I'm just going to have a quick interaction with all of them here, and then I'll open the floor to you as well. But request you all to kindly maintain the decorum. Please make sure that your phones are on silent. I'll give them some time. This is team time, team talk. Don't really have to prepare for anything that I've got to ask. I'm sure all that prep has already been done. Oh, sitting alongside the captain, comfy, yep. Driver's seat. Okay, here we go. Mics, please. So I'll start with you, Mike. Aapke paas aaya hai. First, we'll start with that. But I can see you beaming with this smile, not just now that it's a public event, but from the moment that you entered this hall, when we're all just prepping for it. First impressions, proud of the team, of course, but how excited are you for this new beginning?
I really loved it. When Kunal shared it with me a few days ago, I sort of fell in love with it completely.
You know, everyone must be wondering, it's the second season, so the whole idea behind going for a slightly new look, what does the jersey stand for? What are the most important principles, you know, by design that you've tried to capture in the jersey?
So we took a little bit of cue from Vastu, and there is, LSG inscribed all over it. So what you see here, this is actually LSG all over. So it's not only just the logo, but it's LSG written all over it. And these are colors which symbolize power, achievement. So hopefully, we are going to try for the cup this time.
I'm sure you'll try for the cup, but you must be mighty proud of the achievement. You know, first time team comes together, gets into the playoffs. So just your reactions on that. I'm just giving KL a little more time because, you know, boy, he'll get into the intricate details of fashion and maybe colors and all a little bit maybe. So.
Yes, we were happy with the performance, but I think it's wonderful that Gujarat, for the first time, participated and went on to win the trophy. So it's a real tribute to the ownership and the team management, and heartiest congratulations to them. And we just hope we can emulate them this year.
Fabulous. KL, your first reactions?
I think for me it's always how good it looks. The style quotient is very important for me, and I've been trying to chew Sanjeev sir's ear off for the last year or so to make something that, you know, we all as players feel really comfortable and we feel like we look good in it. And it's obviously something that we wear with a lot of pride, and we represent the franchise with a lot of passion, and we want to wear something that also shows and represents that. So my first initial reaction is obviously, you know, it's a very stylish looking jersey, and can't wait to wear it on the first and have a great season this year.
Gautam, colors that are much closer to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I've always played blue, so what better than this? And it's blue, but I've always believed one thing: the best jersey, the jersey that wins.
Oh, there you go. He's already started. Gautam Gambhir in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely love it.
Mentor is already, you know, he's giving us the pep talks already. Yeah.
I'd actually saved this question for much later, but now that you've brought it up, before I go to the mentor, let me ask you, are there moments, because we, you know, when we're on commentary, we're looking and we're just saying, okay, which over do you think Gautam is going to finally go in the middle? Because he looks, you know, he's sitting in front of a laptop.
No, I have to counter that question because you guys hero worship someone a lot, so that's one of the reasons.
Oh, GG.
Yeah, we should worship Indian cricket, not hero worship people.
Oh, we do. We love you, and we're always, you know, the intensity. We try to
Not as much
decode
as
the
some
team
other
talk.
people.
Oh, not my decision to take, Gautam, but we love it. You know, we love when you're sitting in front of data, because then I can ask you, Gautam, can I lead you to maybe a question which surrounds data a bit? But it's a season where one of the greatest things is that IPL is going back, right? You're going home and away. You'd be playing in Lucknow. You'll have your fans behind you, and that is such a major thing. You felt it, you know, throughout the career that you were playing. How big an advantage is? What has been the talk around the IPL and Lucknow going home?
Look, can't wait for it, and it's always great fun playing in front of a home crowd, and we want to make that a fortress. We want our fans to be pretty loyal. I've been around. I've played for KKR for a very long time, and they were one of the most loyal supporters of KKR, and that is exactly what we want to emulate in Lucknow as well. When they come back, when they come to the stadium, they should enjoy the way cricket is played in Lucknow, how we play in Lucknow, and that is what we want. And when they go back home, they should cherish our performances as well. All we can do is, see, results sometimes cannot be the way you want it to be, but we can still enjoy the way we play on the cricket field, and at the same time, give that much of enjoyment to the crowd as well.
You've played at the ground here. You'll be taking your troops there. You know, half the matches, that's always spoken about very strategically. You turn your own home ground into your den of sorts. What are some of the areas, you know, without revealing too much, that you're already having a chat with the boys whenever you get an opportunity?
I think a few of us have played there already, and there have been a few matches that have been that have happened in Ekana Stadium, and something that's very obvious is it's a big ground. You know, the dimension of the ground is bigger, and I think that's something that we will try to use to our advantage, and I don't want to give away too much about what kind of pitch we want to play on. It's something that we've had a couple of chats about, and yeah, we'll see what works best for our team and try and use a little bit of home advantage. But I think overall we'll just try and create a good wicket, a good atmosphere. Like Gigi Bhai said, we want the crowds to come in and enjoy the cricket, and we want the teams that come in as well to, we want to compete and have a good game, and whatever works best for us, we'll try and do that also, and also try to play great cricket for people around the country to enjoy, and just play some aggressive and fearless cricket.
Dr. Goenka, when you look at a team, and when you're setting it up, the first thing that I'm sure as a team owner that you want to inculcate is a culture, that the team is then remembered wherever you go, an identity of sorts. So what are some of the things that are non-negotiable for you, what you want the Lucknow Super Giants to stand for?
Competitive, fierce desire to win, and fair.
Enough, impactful, to the point. Gautam, as a mentor, what are the challenges that you look up to? If you could just sort of simplify the role that you perform, what are the things that can get tricky? How do you approach them?
Well, this season could be tricky. I'm not saying, because previous season obviously we played in certain conditions and the conditions were pretty similar. But this season when you go to Chennai, which is completely different to what you get in Delhi to when you go to Jaipur, so you will have to be consistent, and more importantly, adaptability. Adaptability is very important because you'll be on a road for a pretty long period of time. And I've always been a believer that 2 months is a very long time, and the tournament lasts for 2 months. So it's not important. It is important to start off well and play consistently, but there'll be hiccups on the way. So I think the team that stays mentally tough, and more importantly in T20 cricket, if you have the courage is one word which is very, very important. When you're in doubt, be positive and be courageous when those important moments come in. And that is what T20 cricket is all about. If we can be courageous enough and we can express ourselves and be positive and fearless, I think we'll be fine.
There's a little clip that was shared recently, which is incredible. You were talking about everyone and harping on the importance that there are no hierarchies when you're wearing this jersey. And you've always said this thing that resonates with everyone, that it's not about the name at the back, it's the name at the front. You're playing for a team. Just talk us through the little conversations you've had with the younger lot so far. And
that's very funny, because I thought it wasn't getting recorded, to be honest. I swear, I had no clue that it was getting recorded. I just said what was there in my heart, and I've always believed in it. I remember going to the Indian dressing room for the first time, and I always thought that, why is there so much of hierarchy? I think when you're playing for the country, everyone is absolutely equal. When you're playing for the same franchise, everyone is absolutely equal. From international to domestic, from first-class cricketers who've played 100 first-class matches to someone who's just making his debut. Because when your mission is the same, there can't be any hierarchy, because everyone sitting in that dressing room has only one objective. Whether it's the players or the support staff, is to probably win the tournament. And when you've got that same vision, I've never believed in hierarchy.
you must really benefit from all of this, right, KL? Because there are lots of youngsters, there are lots of senior pros. So when at least everyone is walking in the same direction, you've just thrown down the gauntlet. Makes life easy. How's the relationship? The captain, mentor thing, things that you talk about, things that are on your roster.
Yeah, I think having great support staff and the support team around makes my life as a captain, or just generally the team's atmosphere, really good, and something that we've tried to create is like he said, we want guys to compete and be courageous and all of that, but there's also been a lot of clarity. There's also been a lot of respect for each other, and for whoever walks into that team feels like they're part of something bigger, part of a Lucknow Super Giants family, and that's something that we've tried to create. I know it's only been 1 year, but I think we did really well in creating that sort of culture in one season that we've played, and we'll try and build on it and get better with that. And I think when you create something like that, then the boys and just the team, everyone looks forward to turning up in March and April and wanting to really compete together, work together, and try and win as many games as we can, compete to play in the finals. The dreams, and like Gigi Bhai says, everyone walks in the same direction. So that's something that is important that we try to create as a new franchise, and we've done that, but we obviously need to build on it and get better. And yeah, in terms of the players that we have, we've all played together quite a lot. A lot of guys that are on the team are people who have played with in different franchisees, but we've all come together beautifully, and we're all in that age group where we've played enough cricket, but we haven't played too much cricket, so there's excitement, but there's a little bit of experience as well. So I think that's the sweet spot of our team, where guys have enough experience and they're raring to go and very excited about playing in the next 2 months in the IPL.
Dr. Goenka, where does this, the excitement that KL's talking about, we hear it from obviously all the cricketers and all, but from your personal point of view, we've seen your involvement, we've seen your excitement, we've seen your commitment. Where does this all stem from, and what excites you the most about being a team owner of this franchise?
Frankly, I was a pathetic cricketer when I was a kid. So every time I'd go out to play, I'd get out first ball. So I've always had this thing in my mind. But jokes aside, I think it's about seeing this energy, seeing the pulse, seeing people resonate with your cause. I think that's the biggest motivator.
Yep, and it's there to see. Got one final question before I open the floor to media. From the last year, obviously conditions and a lot of, in terms of strategies, things will be different as the conditions change. What are some of the learnings that you'd like to incorporate and take forward heading into this season?
There'll always be learnings. It's not that there won't be learnings. Obviously, it's important to play the important moments really well, and that's the reason why I use that word courage. That there'll be times in that competition where we'll be pushed to the corner. How we react to that is very, very important. And that will decide how far do we go in this competition. Because there'll be teams that will push us. And there'll be times we might not be playing good cricket. There'll be times there'll be ups and downs as well. But how we react to those moments will be equally important. And we did that really well in the previous season. And I know that the first aim is to probably reach the playoffs. And after that, it's all based on the day, how well you play. But again, for me, I think being courageous and being fearless is something which probably is the definition going into this season.
And do you think you're also sitting at a very nice spot? We're seeing some teams having to go through transition, which is a very obvious thing that will happen in a long league. But when you look at the bunch of players that you have, when you look at the experience that they bring, you look at the age group, you could actually build onto a solid legacy that could carry on for a few years with this bunch that you have.
It starts with the captain. I think captain is the flag bearer of the team, and it is the captain's team. All of us in the dressing room are there to support him. And there'll be times no support staff can be under the amount of pressure a captain is under in a tournament like the IPL. So the kind of support we can give to the captain, and it's the captain that leads the side. And it's the body language of the captain that will decide how we play on the cricket field. And we were very fortunate that we have someone like KL Rahul, who's got a very, very stable head and a very balanced head as well, because I wish I had that when I was captain, to be honest. I didn't have that. I was probably very extreme, and it did work for me. But for a franchise like Lucknow, it is important to have someone like KL at the helms of it. And I feel that, I think, going forward, I think this is going to be a massive positive for us.
There we go. Okay, we'll open the floor to some questions. Just one request, kindly identify yourself, and we will only entertain questions that are around the Lucknow Super Giants and this upcoming IPL season. So please help me in making things a little easy and just focus on this. So if you could raise your hand, I'll just have a mic passed around. I think there's already a mic there. Nikhil, I'll come to you in a moment. Yeah, can we start from there, or unless he's trying to signal or say hello to someone else?
Pawan Singh Singer from News Nation. Question for Sanjeev Goenka sir. लखनऊ क्यों नहीं? जो जर्सी लॉन्चिंग है, लखनऊ चूँकि यूपी की टीम थी, लखनऊ के आना स्टेडियम में मैच हुआ, तो लखनऊ क्यों नहीं चूज किया आपने? यहाँ क्यों?
एक तो यूपी के 8 शहरों में साइमल्टेनियस लॉन्च हो रहा है, पहली बात. दूसरी बात, हमारे सेक्रेटरी साहब यहाँ हैं, जिनकी मैं बहुत ज़्यादा इज़्ज़त करता हूँ. केएल, जयदेव इंडिया टीम के पार्ट हैं. इंडिया टीम यहाँ है, टेस्ट मैच चालू होने वाला है, तो उस बीच में उनका कहीं और होना संभव नहीं था. तो लखनऊ में बहुत कुछ होना है और बहुत कुछ होगा. थोड़ा इंतज़ार करिए.
He's happy. Nikhil?
Hi, Rahul. Nikhil here from India today. I just wanted to know your perspective as to how we people on the outside view strike rates in T20 cricket. Do you think it's overrated or does it need to be looked at with context? How do you see how people on the outside, not the players, view strike rates in T20 cricket?
Yeah, I've said it before. I think it is overrated. But like you said it. You've said it in your question as well. You need to also look at the context of the game. If you're chasing a 140 game, there's no need for you to play a 200 strike rate. There are players in the team that we will encourage for them to play their natural game, and there will be certain players in the team that will have to take the responsibility of seeing the team through. So it's based on that particular day and particular situation and what the two batsmen in the middle and what the team overall feels like is the best way to play on that particular day and for that particular situation. And you try and assess, try and create a plan in your mind, the best you know as a player, whatever I'm talking about, a player and what they feel in the middle, and then you try and give it your best performance. And some days it'll work, some days it may not work. But I think as for players, it becomes really simple when you think about what you need to do on that particular day, and not about I have to not be stubborn and say I have to play like this or I have to play like that. Even when I say it, when you say I have to play like this, it's about you. It's not about the team. So when you view it, please view it as what does the two batsmen in the middle, what do they need to do for the team, for Team India or for Team Lucknow or whatever team they're playing for, what do they need to do in that current situation to make sure that their team wins. That is more important.
Dr. Goenka, this is Vikrant Gupta from Aaj Tak. Considering the last year's performance and the preparation now, would you say the glass is half full or half empty for the team?
If I can answer it very differently, we're very optimistic about the season. At the end of the day, what happens, nobody can predict. But we do believe we have a very good team, we have a very balanced team, and we are better prepared than last season. But at the end of the day, it is for us to go out and perform.
Hi, KL. This is Vijay Tagore from Crickbus. You have played in quite a few IPL teams, and in that context, I ask, how is the franchise different? And the passionate owner that he is, how does he handle the situations of success and defeats? You have done very well in the first season. And Jatin, if I may be allowed to ask the same question to Mr. Goenka, how do you see the KL, the skipper, sir, and how does he handle the success and losses?
I think overall what we've been able to create is a balance within the team. You heard Gigi Bhai also say that, results sometimes will not go our way, but we try and control what we can. That is the attitude with which we walk into the ground, and that's something that we can control, the desire, the passion, and to give our 100% every game towards the franchise and try and win that game. If we're doing that, I think we're doing really well as a franchise. And that's something I remember when my first conversation with Sanjeev sir also, that's something that he was very clear about, that what he thinks or what he wants this franchisee to be about, and the brand of cricket he wants us to play. He said, I want you to compete every time, and I want to be known as a franchise that never gives up. It's a franchise that will compete regardless of who you're playing against and regardless of where you are in the points table. None of that should matter. Each game you should play like, it counts, it matters, and try and win each game. And if you can do that, and if you can walk out of the field knowing that all 11 guys have given more than their 100% for the team, then I'm happy, and I will never say anything. And I think he saw that in the last season as well. We worked really hard as a unit, and the performances were good. I think one bad day in the eliminator, and we were knocked out. But for most of the season, we were in the number one, number two, and yeah, a couple of bad games, and we couldn't make it all the way. So that's something I think we all try and judge the team with the attitude of how we play every game.
So would you like
Hello.
to?
You know, KL has said it. I mean, we play to win. You don't play to lose. And you either go all out for win or you don't. I mean, and so there's no halfway or no shortcuts for that. And I think the team pretty much did that. There can be a good day, there can be a bad day. You cannot win everything. You win some, you lose some. That's the nature of sport. And that's pretty much what it is. But I'm very happy with the performance of the team. And I'm very excited about the prospects of the team this season.
Thank you, sir.
So Mayur Shukla, this side from Z Media from Lucknow. So my question is for Gautam sir. So नई टीम है, नए चेंजेस इस बार हुए हैं, होम ग्राउंड में इस बार खेल रहे हैं. लखनऊ की जनता की बात करें या यूपी की, तो बहुत ज़्यादा अटैच्ड हैं अपनी टीम से और एंथुसियास्टिक हैं इस गेम को लेकर. और इस बार क्या चैलेंजेस रहेंगे आपके लिए? नई टीम है, क्योंकि ग्राउंड भी बहुत बड़ा है और लोगों को उम्मीद रहेगी कि उनकी टीम जीते. तो क्या कुछ आप नया करने वाले हैं वहाँ पे टीम को लेकर?
देखिए, सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज तो ये रहेगा कि हम ही एक ऐसी फ्रेंचाइज है जो पहली बार अपने होम ग्राउंड पे खेलेगी. इससे पहले गुजरात टाइटंस खेल चुके हैं अहमदाबाद में. तो पहला मैच जो हमारा 1 तारीख को होगा वो हमारे लिए भी उसी तरीके से बिल्कुल नया ही होगा. जितना जल्दी हम अडाप्ट करें अपने होम ग्राउंड को, जितना ज़्यादा हम बेहतर क्रिकेट वहाँ पर खेल पाएँ, उसको अपनी फोर्ट्रेस बना पाएँ, जिससे लोग हमारे को सपोर्ट करें वहाँ पर आके और खुशी खुशी वापस जाएँ, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. क्योंकि आप बाकी सारी 9 की 9 फ्रेंचाइज देखें, एक भी ऐसी फ्रेंचाइज नहीं है जिसने अपने होम ग्राउंड पे मैच नहीं खेला. हमारी पहली ऐसी फ्रेंचाइज होगी जो पहली बार खेलेगी. तो इसलिए अडाप्टेबिलिटी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होगी.
सर, मैं प्रवीण हूँ, दैनिक भास्कर लखनऊ से. लखनऊ में अभी 2 अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मैच हुए थे. एक T20 हुआ था और 50 ओवर वाले. दोनों मैच काफ़ी लो स्कोरिंग रहे थे. T20 वाले मैच में तो पहली बार ऐसा हुआ इंडिया टीम खेली और कोई छक्का नहीं लगा. तो लखनऊ के दर्शक काफ़ी निराश होकर गए थे और उसके बाद पिच को लेकर वहाँ पे सवाल शुरू हो गए थे. 7 मैच आप लोग को लखनऊ में खेलने हैं. क्या अभी जब 20 के बाद आप वहाँ प्रैक्टिस भी करेंगे तो वहाँ की पिच को लेकर भी कोई आप लोग की प्लानिंग है? क्योंकि T20 में और खासतौर पर IPL में अगर चौके छक्के ना पड़े तो दर्शकों को काफ़ी निराशा होती है.
मेरे से सवाल है.
सर, आप
देखिए, पिच के लिए कंप्लेंट हम कभी भी नहीं करेंगे. जैसी भी पिच मिलेगी वैसे खेलेंगे. पिच दोनों टीमों के लिए सेम रहेगी. जितनी T20 में अच्छी पिच मिलेगी उतना अच्छा है. लेकिन अगर पिच जैसी भी मिलेगी, क्योंकि मेरा हमेशा ये मानना रहता है कि पिच की कंप्लेंट वो करते हैं जो वीक होते हैं, जिनको अपनी एबिलिटी पे शक होता है. और ऐसा नहीं है कि पहली बार आपने लखनऊ में ऐसी विकेट देखी. मैं 7 साल KKR में खेला हूँ. वो KKR में भी ऐसी विकेट हुआ करती थी 130-40. उस टाइम पे चेन्नई में भी ऐसी विकेट है जो 130-40 ही बनते हैं. लेकिन आई होप कि मीडिया भी हर तरीके से इवैल्यूएट करेगी, सिर्फ एक वेन्यू की तरफ सारी नज़रें नहीं रखेगी. जैसी भी विकेट मिलेगी किसी तरीके की कोई कंप्लेंट नहीं होगी.
One final question we have time for.
Hi, myself RJ Mayank from MyFM, Dainik Bhaskar Group. Congratulations for the launch. KL and Gigi sir, I want to ask you, KL, you are the most experienced guy. Trolls and सब कुछ बहुत कुछ आप सुन चुके हो. यंगस्टर्स है जितने भी टीम में, उनको कुछ आप जीतते हो, कुछ मैच हारते हो. अगर मैच हार गए और लो ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस है तो उन लोगों के लिए व्हाट इज़ योर मंत्र टू मोटिवेट देम? एंड जीजी सर, आपसे भी पूछना चाहूँगा, फॉर KL एज ए कैप्टन, आप उनको क्या मंत्र या बोलते हो शब्द जो उनको मोटिवेट करे अगर कुछ मैच में अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस नहीं हुआ तो? थैंक यू.
आई थिंक देखिए, हम जैसे मैंने पहले भी कहा कि हम ऐसे कल्चर क्रिएट करना चाहते हैं जहाँ पे बैलेंस हो टीम में और हर प्लेयर के माइंड में भी एक बैलेंस रहना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, चाहे वो यंगस्टर हो या एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर हो. रिजल्ट्स के हिसाब से हम ज़्यादा ऊपर नीचे जाएंगे तो परफॉर्मेंसेस पे इवेंचुअली इफेक्ट पड़ेगा ही. सो वी वांट टू रिमेन एज बैलेंस्ड एज वी कैन. जैसे मैंने कहा, एवरी गेम वी वांट टू गिव our 100% ऑन द फील्ड. अगर वो हर प्लेयर कर रहा है देन वी आर हैप्पी टू वॉक आउट विथ वॉट एवर रिजल्ट वी गेट. एंड यस, जो यंगस्टर्स होते हैं उनको भी वो एक्सपीरियंस करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. जो डिसअपॉइंटमेंट होते हैं, जो फ्रस्ट्रेशंस होते हैं परफॉर्मेंस नहीं करने का या हारने का, वो एक फीलिंग हर प्लेयर को गुजरना पड़ता है उस थ्रू दैट. सो आई मीन यू लेट देम गो थ्रू इट. बट जब भी आपको लगेगा कि अगर ज़्यादा ही इफेक्ट हो रहा है यंगस्टर पे परफॉर्मेंस के वजह से, देन obviously you have the support group, सारे experienced coaches say, you try and talk to them and you try and share your stories of what you went through, and hopefully that will help him in his journey. So that's all we try to do. But I think it's important to have a little bit of disappointment. ऐसे नहीं कि if you're not disappointed after a loss, I don't think you're giving your 100%. So you let players and you let youngsters or senior players go through all those feelings and figure it out a little bit on them on their own, because that's also important.
Gautam?
देखिए, अगर मोटिवेशन का मंत्र सबसे बड़ा वो जो पीछे आप जर्सी देख रहे हैं वही है। अगर आप वो जर्सी पहन के भी मोटिवेट नहीं हो सकते तो इस दुनिया की कोई ताकत आपको मोटिवेट नहीं कर सकती, तो सिर्फ यही एक मंत्र है।
Salif, we bring this afternoon to a close in this perfect summary of how you have to go about it. Big thank you to everyone for joining us here and making this jersey launch even more special for Lucknow Super Giants. Holi ka tyohar hai, sabki taraf se wishing you and your families happy Holi. Looking forward to seeing you at the grounds, everywhere else. Keep supporting. And big thank you once again to all our guests, Dr. Goenka, Gautam, Rahul, Jay sir, thank you very much for joining us here. Please enjoy lunch with us and we look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Thank you.